Alcime, this I vow to you. I will love you forever. In this life and the next, I promise you.
Jason.
Training room! A sword!
I'll circle around. Meet you at the front. He doesn't leave the room! Kill the king!
King Jason!
Captain Idas! Protect the king!
He's a black tongue, Jason.
Stay here, Idas.
Leave me! You men, go with the king! You're not done here.
rise again.
Jason. It's over.
Let you go. I will find a way. Asame. I won't let you go. I will find a way.
Did I not do everything you asked of me? Why then? Here, of all places, on your sacred island, I do not accept it. If this is your will, I do not accept it.
Jason, your uncle was looking for you. He wanted to know when you planned to give last rites to Asame.
If I send her spirit to the underworld, I'll never get her back.
Get her back? How?
I don't know how. I don't have the answers yet, but there must be a way.
I wish I had the answers to give you. But perhaps I know someone who could. Someone whose business is answers. The Oracle at Delphi.
Delphi?
If anyone would know, it would be her.
Yes, the Oracle. Master Argos finishes a great ship as we speak. It will serve.
Delphi's not easily found, it's said. Does he know the way?
I don't know, but I aim to find out. Come, we'll ask him ourselves.
Oh, remember, your uncle is ahead in the courtyard. He wanted to speak with you. I told him I'd let you know.
That mausoleum is going to block the sun in the afternoon. Warden, sir, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
Oh, poor Thano. This was his job.
No.
Sir, we'll have this garden looking better than ever. I promise you.
Him if he didn't. He loved
Carry
you.
on.
That would be a reason for war, and you know it. King Jason,
How can I express my sorrow?
Thank you for your sympathy.
My cousin and I were surprised to learn of the friendship between Hercules and yourself. How did you meet?
Jolkos is a land sacred to Zeus, Hercules' father.
Jazon has been kind enough to offer his hospitality as the warden of Zeus when I've come to visit.
That's another thing. This warden of Zeus. What does that title mean?
All kings of Jolkos who complete the 5 trials of Zeus assume that title. In doing so, we swear to defend this land and the honor of Zeus against all threats. In some ways, it's a ceremonial title that reflects the strong attachment between Zeus and Jolkos.
But what does the warden do exactly?
The warden is responsible for ensuring that the people of Jolkos receive justice. I often hear the cases of the people and offer judgment and arbitration. Another duty is to enforce the law and punish those who break it.
A truly noble calling. Is there more?
The warden of Zeus is charged with defending the island of Jolkos. We take a sacred oath to never leave this land once we pass our trials, and to be ever vigilant against any threat. In return, each warden earns Zeus's protection. No warden has ever fallen in battle on Jolkin soil.
Fascinating. What else?
Most of a warden's time is spent training and preparing for situations we hope never arise. When a warden has a son, he turns to his boy's training, preparing him for the trials he is to face. That training is the basis for a lifetime of dedicated practice and devotion.
Such dedication. Is there anything else?
One of the warden's most important duties is to perform a number of ceremonies in honor of Zeus. For example, the warden performs the first sacrifice of the harvest season each year. As the god of hospitality, Zeus demands that we also care for any traveler who arrives on Jolkos. The warden personally sees to the safety and well-being of those travelers.
Your hospitality is second to none. Are there other duties?
I'm sorry. I have some urgent matters to attend to. Perhaps we can speak of my duties some other time.
Oh, I see. Of course. How can you be so cold? It's terrible. I wouldn't blame him if he didn't.
There you are, Jazon. It's good to see you out of that mausoleum. It isn't healthy to linger over the dead, nephew. Jolkos needs its king. Captain Idas has finished his investigation. Petitions await, and we must set a date to give last rites to Alcime.
There will be no date for that.
What? Jazon, I am your uncle, and I care for you. The will of the gods may be a mystery to us all, but to deny Alcime her last rites is unnatural.
Until I'm certain there's no way to bring her back, I will not do it.
Bring her back? Alcime is dead. You seek the impossible.
Impossible? Orpheus convinced Hades himself to allow his wife to return to the living.
Orpheus made a deal with Hades, but he broke it. Eurydice never saw the light of day.
But she could have. Orpheus failed, but that does not mean Jazon would if given the same chance.
I'm going to Delphi, Uncle. I'll find my answers there.
This is the despair of grief. You're not thinking clearly. Alcime would not approve.
Elias, you've always given me good counsel, so I'll say this once and I'll say it plainly. My mind is set to this. Either lend your wisdom to help me, or stay out of my way.
I understand your ardor, Jason, but have you thought this through? Delphi is not found on any map. Find 100 charts, and each will point a different way.
I would trust Argos' charts above any other. Hercules and I will go ask him ourselves.
Very well. I know better than to argue with you when your mind is set. I will consult our records about the location of Delphi, in case Master Argos doesn't know the way.
Thank you, Uncle.
Delphi, I pray you find the answers you seek, nephew. I will go to the royal court and maintain some semblance of order there.
Ionia would not be so bold as to look westward for conquest.
So I thought. Until what?
King Jason, my family and I grieve for your loss.
I thank you.
Some of the other guests and I were discussing the reaction of Mycenae to this tragedy. Do you think Mycenae will seek revenge for the loss of their princess?
Mycenae must be told who was responsible. King Lycomedes is no friend to the Black Tongues.
You're right, of course. And yet, King Lycomedes is not known for his understanding. I'm curious, King Jason. Why was Alcime's father not present at the wedding?
He was occupied, mediating a treaty between neighboring islands. As king of Mycenae and a priest of Ares himself, his presence is enough to ensure peace between rivals.
I see. May Hera bless you.
But then why kill the princess? On her wedding, no less. I think they were sending a message to all of Greece. We must prepare for war.
Ionia would not be so bold as to look westward.
Zeus protect you.
So I thought.
And you, Photios.
I have a message from Master Argos, sir. He says your ship is nearly finished. He awaits your inspection aboard the ship itself.
It's unheard
Thank you.
of. Attacking you.
Was there anything else? You seem troubled today.
To risk the wrath.
It's Thano, sir. My closest friend, and a good servant to you. He was killed in the attack.
Like I said.
What's more, he died in my arms, and gave to me his final words, meant for his wife, Agatha. It isn't an easy message to bear, sir, and I've yet to find the resolve to do it.
Thano fell beneath my roof. I'll deliver his final words.
I don't envy you the task.
Ionia would not be so bold as to look
What he told me, as he lay dying, was that he always loved Agatha, even though he was not always faithful. He hoped she would remember him as a good man, if not a perfect one,
attacking Jolkos.
and find it in her heart to forgive him.
To risk the wrath.
You see, not the easiest matter to address.
Worship the old gods.
It is delicate. I'll give this message to Agatha.
But why come here? Seems such a remote place to attack.
Plunder, perhaps.
I think they were sending a message to all of Greece. We must prepare for war.
Ionia would not be so bold.
Hail, King Jason.
Lieutenant Avarius, how goes the training?
Lieutenants Myron and Platon are putting the new recruits through their paces. They're rough, but they'll learn.
Perhaps I could teach them a thing or two.
Would you? Listen up, you men. You've a rare honor today. King Jason himself is going to show you how a warrior fights. This is one of our newest recruits, King Jason. Breathe, boy. Can't have you passing out before you started.
Don't be nervous. Try your best.
That's how you do it, men. Now you understand why he's the warden. Perhaps the king will show us how to fight against multiple opponents. King Jazon?
Of course.
Right. You too.
Let's make it 3.
As you say, my king. You 3. Learn from the king. I hope everyone's paying close attention. You all have a lot of work to do. Some of the men were asking about how to deal with a spearman. Perhaps you and Lieutenant Myron can demonstrate.
Lieutenant Myron, when you're ready, have some of the recruits join you.
The spear offers reach and precision. Watch the king and learn, recruits. Watch how he reacts to my spear. Honor us, King Jazon.
Ida's taught me well, but it's up to all of you to train hard.
Another lesson? Against Lieutenant Platon and his mace, perhaps.
Lieutenant Platon, when you're ready, have some of the recruits join you.
The mace is a weapon of deliberate power. You men keep an eye on how King Jazon contends with it. Well fought, King Jazon. We can all learn much from you.
What do you say to one final lesson? My sword could use some practice.
Lieutenant Avarius, when you're ready.
The sword is quick and agile. Learn from the king and how he responds to my attacks. You're the best warrior on Jolkos, and you have been for some time. This has been an honor for us all, my king.
Hail, hail! Hail, hail!
Hail, hail!
Continue your training. Remember, you fight for Jolkos, so honor her with your effort.
So I went until what happened.
It's unheard of. Attacking Jolkos.
Those Ionians must be mad to risk the wrath of Zeus.
They are barbarians.
To attack. And why kill the king's bride?
Warden, sir, forgive us. We were speaking of matters that do not concern us.
What happened here concerns us all. You need not apologize. When we have certain knowledge of what took place, it will not be kept secret from the people.
You are as kind as you are wise, sir.
That's not what I heard.
Hail, sire.
Guard Pathras, what troubles you?
Grief, my king, for your loss and for mine. My younger brother Timaeus was killed in the attack.
Timaeus was your brother? He leapt in front of me and took an assassin's arrow. He died in valor.
His ambition went beyond a noble death. Captain Idas had just promoted him to be the guard's standard bearer. And now this. How can I face my father with such news?
Timaeus died for me. It's my responsibility to tell your father.
You'd do that for me? Speak to my father, Mnason, at his farm?
Yes, but there is something you must do. Guard Pathras. See that the spear of the Jolkin standard bearer is sent to your father in honor of Timaeus' sacrifice.
Such an honor would no doubt ease his suffering. My thanks to you, King Jazon. No stone will ever capture your beauty.